So, hi, Alan from Berthon here, and welcome on board the Solaris 40. This is one of our newest designs, and I'm currently on board the boat here at Southampton International Boat Show. But I thought I'd grab the opportunity, because we don't often have one of these in our hands, so I thought I'd grab the opportunity to give you a bit of a tour through the boat. So let's have a look over this rather stunning little Solaris 40. So starting at the transom here, you can see the wide beam of the boat itself. Actually, it's just over 4.1 meters wide in the beam. Obviously making full use of her beam right aft there, as you can see. A nice little feature of not running the side decks aft of the wheels as well. It gives you full width to the transom. I'd say the general feedback on the boat, I have to say, has been hugely positive. The yacht's overall looks and lines and finish actually have been the standout features. The 40 is a new model to Solaris, and it's the baby of our range actually. Stepping forward, you'll notice the side decks there are clear because this boat features a self-tacking headsail. Plumb bow there, in fact a dreadnought bow actually, with the bowsprit fitted. This example is finished in blue steel metallic topsides, full teak decks. She was finished out to quite a nice specification. This particular example sports the aluminium spar of two-spreader rig, and she's clothed with North 3D eyes and pop-up cleats on the tow rail there, which is a nice little feature. That just means they stow away when you're sailing, so lessens the risk of catching a line on them. The transom features a drop-down swim platform with gate side to side there on the transom as well, so the access is really good. Large stainless and teak swim platform, and the gas locker is located on the stern also. Stepping aboard, spacious cockpit, easily worked, all lines led aft, winches both on port and starboard, leaving the decks and obviously the forward companionway completely sort of clutter free, as it were. Stepping forward, we have an open pulpit, leaves the clew and foot of the jib free when reaching. The carbon bowsprit, which I mentioned, which caps off nicely the bow roller. And substantially sized fair leads there as well, and cleats. Everything's well engineered. Clean, well organised, spacious anchor locker. So she's fitted with flush decks throughout, which complement that very low profile coach roof and wide side decks. See the detail there just of the Harkin self-tacking track for the jib sheet. Double overhead hatches over the saloon. So just moving aft, to say twin wheels with a pedestal on each, which can house a variety of instruments. Here we've got the autopilot, VHF and compass on that one. So on port and starboard, with all lines led aft onto the deck. Main sheet comes in on both sides. Jib sheet comes in, of course, to that winch as well. So your sail plan can be handled from those two winches. Cavernous aft lazarette, full width of course. Copious amounts of storage in there at the moment. I've got a couple of head sails and various other bits and pieces. There's still plenty of room. And a sort of bespoke storage solution there for the life raft also. And a large lazarette on starboard. You can just see the recessed main sheet track there as well, which is also an option. That's a detail there of the flip-up helm seats as well. If you're sort of plying to windward, be a rather comfortable helming position. And detail of the starboard pedestal with B&G plotter. On the coach roof here as well, then it features a small trough just to house the spray hood, getting it in, and there is then an additional little canvas cover that can go over that to cover it. And of course, your B&G sailing instrumentation above the companionway. So there's a German main sheet system there, so it comes in on either, both on port and starboard, so the main sheet can be controlled by a winch on either side. So, stepping below. This particular yacht is finished in a light alpé finish, making it very, very bright and airy. And I have to say, in keeping with Solaris, clean lines are the order of the day. Good sized L-shaped galley to port, which boasts 2 fridges, a stainless 3-burner stove, twin sinks, nice little detail there as well, flip up just for some extra work surface. Outboard, of course, plenty of stowage there as well. I think there's about half a dozen cupboards for victuals and crockery and so on. The upper ones are pegged as well for stowing cups and plates and so on. Aft, we've got 2 rather large doubles, both port and starboard. And carrying the beam well aft does mean you get a really proper sized double in there. And of course the addition of the windows and the hull just lets the light flood in, so they feel like a nice bright and airy aft cabin actually. Good sized forward facing nav station. And again, this can be appointed to your liking in terms of additional sailing instrumentation and plotters and so on. U-shaped saloon seating to port. Again, just a detail of the overhead grab rail and those flash hatches, again allowing lots of ventilation and light. I think a particularly good feature of this boat is the owner's cabin. It really is quite palatial for a 40-footer. And the hull windows, again, I think are a great feature. A modern design, just letting the light flood in. Plenty of stowage to starboard, and then of course on port we have the owner's heads and shower. And there is a separate shower screen there as well for the shower itself. I should point out there's quite a bit of stowage under that forward bed as well. It lifts up on rams. Last but not least, the very well engineered engine bay, which is finished in white varnished aluminium. Lots of air and space around the engine, so it's as good a setup as it can be. And very, very well engineered, right down to the through-hull fittings are custom to Solaris. So there you have it, a quick look over the Solaris 40. I say this is the baby of the range. In flush deck boats we build from 40 through to 60 feet, and in the RS, the race saloon, is 60, 74 and 80. But for any further information on the Solaris range of yachts, please do not hesitate to get in touch. Thank you very much.